just figure it out. We're literally all the efforts that we're putting into is like just for us, just to benefit us. Like when we have to go and find a place to dump our toilet, okay? And it's like, okay, well, there's people who have houses and have toilets and they don't have to deal with that. And it's like, yeah, but you realize they're just making their waste somebody else's problem.
Any cars behind me?
No. You can back up. I promise. There's no cars. There's a CRV right here, but it's literally right there. Like, I can see it. It's like directly behind us. But you know what I'm saying? Like, people go, they get up and they get dressed and go to work to make money for somebody else so that they can have a small cut of the money that they make for somebody else, and then they spend that on housing that is like,
And they just spend more money on everything.
And the like way that their housing is it's like a literal, like literally how housing is. Supposed to turn there, but that's okay. You can go on the next road. For sure. Yeah, Flamingo.
Take the next left onto Flamingo Avenue Southwest.
But like the way that people live is that's the standard. So like there's no real way. There's no wiggle room for any other alternatives. There's literally rules and laws set in place.
Is he sitting on
No, they're laying next to each other. There's no wiggle room for people to live alternatively. Like they literally have laws in place to keep people from living alternatively.
Really do.
Because if people lived alternatively, if people could, they would, and then there'd be less people working themselves to death trying to maintain this American dream. This dream of having a house and having, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just seen as like electricity, and they're literally like, let's say if you want to like be more renewable and have some type of alternative electricity, or like stop paying for your electricity or stop paying for your running water and have some type of alternative like systems, you lose your home. If you live in an apartment and your water gets shut off and you don't reinstate it,
turn right onto Oakcrest Street Southwest.
Then you literally lose your fucking house. And that's just ridiculous. Because maybe people don't want to pay money for that. Maybe people want to just use like how we use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no wiggle room for alternative lifestyles in this country. They make it completely difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like in Canada, I told you, like, I literally watched so many videos of that, like KD Productions, where he like goes around and eats like random fast food, and he'll like spend the night in McDonald's parking lot. Like, he used to solely do like food reviews, and then he started doing like
little kid on the corner of the street. I'm outside too.
He's just talking to himself. Why the fuck is that child by himself?
There was two little kids.
Why are they by themselves? Why? It's dark.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto 36th Street Southwest.
It's right up here. Right here. I think.
I mean, there's really no other option. Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know, but like,
I passed the road I was supposed to take. We were worried about those children being outside in the dark.
I know, because you don't want them to run out on the road and then us hit them. Turn left.
Turn left onto 36th Street Southwest.
What I'm saying, like, look at these people. They live like sardines in a can. Turn left. I just want to make sure. They live like sardines in a can, and they all pay the price of what it would be for that whole building to be kept up.
Southwest.
every single person, you realize like, okay, maybe not this building, but like the other buildings that we saw, where it was like, you know, like, oh, like a house the size of like, a fucking like 2,000, 3,000 square foot house, divvied up into like 4 different apartments, and they charge each person $1,000, $4,000. That fucking house, the mortgage on that house specifically would not be $4,000 a month. It would be like maybe max $1,000. It's
In a quarter mile,
literally
turn left onto 33rd Street Southwest.
should be illegal to do that, in my opinion. Outlets, those light posts have outlets, but I don't think that the lights weren't on. But who knows? It could still work. Let's just check this out. What is this place?
Take the next left onto 33rd Street Southwest.
I keep missing everything.
Just park in
In
the street and
1,000
run it
feet,
up to
turn
someone's
right to
house.
stay on
Just kidding,
33rd
that's really
Street
shitty.
Southwest.
But realistically, how much money do you think that would like accrue? Don't think much, you know what I'm saying? I don't really think much. It's like to a school.
Take the next right to stay on 33rd Street Southwest. Then you'll arrive at your destination.
Heron. It literally is a park.
You've arrived.
No, we haven't. The park's over there.
Well then, when it asks you how are
The park is literally over
we
there.
gotta go around the block.
That's such a BS.
You made us go around like
Wrong destination. Wrong entrance. Place is closed. Bad route. Wrong destination.
It wasn't even the right part. It was like that.
It's like the school parking lot. Like it is Jackson Park, but the entrance to park there is over there. That's so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like those buildings that, like those apartment, okay, like that building that we lived in Adrian. That there's no way that the fucking, okay, how many apartments were in there? Like easily, like, so there was like 4 apartments per level, and there was like 3 or 4 levels. Was there 3 or 4 levels of that apartment? 3. So there's 4 apartments per level, right?
Yeah.
So that's 12 apartments.
Per
They
side.
were charging.
And there's 4 sides per building.
But I was saying like just one.
Or sorry, there's
Let's-
2
You
sides.
want to check out this library first? Then
Yeah,
we can
there's
go to
2 sides. So yeah. So it was 4, it was 12, so 24 apartments per building, and then there was like 10 buildings.
Yeah.
Well, there was like 4 buildings on one side and 4 or 5 on the other side.
I don't see anything right here so far. I do see outlets on the building. What is that place? That place looks cool too. And these are different.
I don't see anything on these poles. That's all I was trying to look at, was the poles too.
Yeah.
Just to see if there was like happening.
This churches are this
library
is fucking cool. I would love to go
Looks like
inside.
there used to be outlets on that one pole. They put like a metal. See, there's like a metal
Cap on it. Cap on it, yeah.
Unless it's not a cap.
Just a way to freaking like keep people from doing things. And there's cameras like galore. There's like 4 fucking cameras on each pole.
Well, that's fine. I'm not doing anything. We're just pulling through the parking lot.
Like I just want to look at the fucking library. Look at this building. It's so fucking cool. I mean, it does look like there's outlets, but they're all the way at the top. You see that? Like they're
All the way up there for the
yeah.
cameras to have something to.
Look at this building.
I think there's an outlet right there, but it's like a matter of.
Yeah, not being able to legally park there. Oh, maybe it is somebody's house. It doesn't look like a house. It looks like a library. Like addition to the library. When do they close? 8 p.m. Although it's Sunday, so Sunday 5 p.m. It closes at 5 p.m. This is a fucking cool library. Kent District Library. Couldn't possibly have had like an outlet or anything. It's fine. We're just checking it out. I think this park over here has a pavilion and with like with outlets, hopefully. It was weird, like we weren't using the electricity that, or we weren't using the Jackery that much because it was cold. And now it's like hot and muggy and nasty.
Which is weird because we're even further north. Oh wait, I guess we're not as Mount Pleasant's technically further north than
Oh, it's on this church. We could also try this church too. Thank you. Yeah, it literally put us to like the fucking school parking lot. Like I'm sure that you can park in that parking lot, but it literally says it closes at a certain time, so no, you can't park there. And I don't feel comfortable being in a van parked at a school. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not a child predator, but it doesn't mean that someone else is. I'm worried about someone calling the cops. That's not what I'm not worried about being perceived as a child predator. I'm worried about someone thinking, what is this suspicious white van doing here? I'm gonna call the cops and then have to deal with fucking cops. And then potentially also get a ticket because we weren't supposed to be parked there to begin with. I think, I think this is right. Yeah, this is right. Dog owners leash, blah, blah, blah. This is a pretty nice park. See, there's two separate parking lots. Like that's like the back side parking lot of the school. Okay, hopefully these. So where do you park? Oh, okay, I see parking spots. Yeah, there's outlets.
There's outlets, okay.
There's just a matter
and
of
they're
it
more
working.
reachable too. They're fairly reachable from right here.
Yeah. Well, I saw this pavilion and I saw that the splash park and I saw that they had a bunch of other things. So I was like, well, they probably have more money in the budget to have outlets at the pavilion. So let's try this one. I was like really weighing all the options. Maybe you're like giving me